Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another little pin review for you guys. So I was sent this pack of 6 erasable gel pens by the brand ParKoo. They are not shipping to Canada yet, but fortunately I still have family in Vegas and I still have an address in Vegas, so they were able to send me these to my Vegas address, and then when I went down there about 2 weeks ago to get all of my stuff, I picked them up and brought them back with me here to Canada. So I'm pretty excited to try these out. I don't really quite have a use for erasable pens, but I always like trying out new pens, and I always like gel pens. So I got a pack of 6, and I'll definitely put a link for you guys to check these guys out in the description below. So they sent me these for free, but they're not paying me to make a video or anything like that. But yeah, they're just kind of a medium point, 0.7 tip, and 6 pens here. We have black, blue, red, green, purple, and pink. And it says write, remove, rewrite, write, remove, rewrite without damaging documents. That's like a tongue twister. A new thermosensitive gel ink that disappears with friction, using the rubber tail tip on the pen with no residue and no tearing of paper. Smooth writing gel ink, water-based, non-toxic, acid-free, and non-bleeding. They don't recommend these for any official documents, which I can understand why. I think if you write a lot of notes and things, erasable pens probably are a better idea if you want to write in a pen. I don't like writing in pencil, and I don't really care if I have to scratch something instead of erasing it. So it really doesn't make a difference to me, but hey, we're going to try these pens out and see what they are all about. So we got the 6 colors here. You got your normal colors, black, blue, red, green, and a little purple and pink. As far as the pen goes, they have a little clippy. Oops. On the cap they have a clip. It's a pretty tight clip, probably pretty good. You got just your regular tip there. It says erasable pen with a brand, removed by friction, and then this is the little tip that they're talking about. It's a rubber tip at the end of the pen. The only thing I can see is when you're writing, you're obviously going to be capping your pen, so it's going to be kind of annoying if you have to erase, but I guess that's that. So we'll write down each color and then test the erasing capabilities. So we got black here. And these really are just kind of like any gel pen, more of a thicker point, which I tend to like, but I am kind of leaning towards more fine points lately. But I don't really know. I don't really have a preference, I guess. It really just depends on how the pen writes and the type of tip it is. But I like these so far. They're pretty inky when they come out, so they probably would smear quite a bit if I touch them right away, but we'll definitely test that as well, so no fear, guys. The colors themselves are really normal. This purple is really pretty. I will say that the green is a little bit more lighter than the pen with lid on. I'll do a little comparison in a second here. But for the most part, all the other colors pretty much match what they look like in the barrel. But you can see this green. In the barrel it looks pretty dark. You can't really pick it up on camera. But when it comes out it's pretty light, so that's alright. So let's see. I'm not going to write out this whole sentence. I'm going to test the erasing. So right away, if you touch it right away, it does smear. I mean, it's a gel pen. Hello. Let's see if you can erase the smearing. So really when you're erasing, you're just rubbing this tip on the paper and it takes off the ink. I don't understand how this works. I'm curious, I know if you leave these in really hot, extremely hot environments, the ink will fade. but I don't really know how that works. It's very strange. I'm gonna see what it looks like, how it erases when it's first puts it down, when you first write with it. So I wouldn't suggest doing that. I would definitely say you want to let it set for a second before you erase it. It kind of smears everywhere, but it doesn't get anything on the tip. There's no ink transfer on that. So that's kind of interesting. But I will say, you can still, you can definitely still see where you wrote something. There's a little ghosting, and you can kind of feel it too. So it kind of makes a little indentation. But I'm curious to see how it reacts when you write over it after you've erased it. Okay. It's not great. It's a little bit skippy, but you can still write over it. I think I've only ever used like erasable pens once in my life, and that was when I was in school. And this is really the same. I don't think much has changed in the years. But as far as erasing goes, it works really well. But you're definitely gonna be left with a little bit of ghosting, I guess. I don't really know what the term would be for erasable pens. But they do write really smooth. And they're really, really inky. So there's not really any complaints I have there. They don't smear after they've been able to, after they've been able to set for a second. I'm going to test them with a highlighter and kind of see what we're looking at, and test how it erases with a highlighter over it before we'll let that set for a second. As far as the paper, I do feel a little bit of like braille, if you will. I don't know what you call that, when you can feel the writing on the other side. There's some ghosting onto the other side of the paper, but no bleed through. They're not that inky, I guess. And this is just a bullet journal. It's a Leuchtturm journal, so just your standard journal paper. So we'll test the highlighter. It seems to work just fine. I'm going to test another color with the black highlighter. And then we'll test to see how that, I'm going to let those set for a second. These are the mild liner highlighters, and they're kind of smeary, so I always let them dry. Otherwise, we have trouble. Let's see how this erases if you have like multiple erase jobs. It's, you never know. It's a thing. Yeah. It definitely still works. You can still write over it after you erase. It doesn't tear the paper, so that's true. Can't erase the highlighter. Let's see. And you can erase it with the highlighter, and there is still, it's the same. That's so weird. I don't understand that. It's black magic. So again, you can still see it. It doesn't completely erase it, but the highlighter doesn't affect the ink at all. So yeah, let's see what this one looks like. This one, there's kind of like some white bits in the erase part, but it's really pretty seamless, I'd say. So again, I'll put a link to these pens for you to check out if you're interested in some erasable pens. Then give these a go. I think these would be really nice, like if you had the editorial calendar or something, and you have like ideas for videos or like blog posts or something, and you wanted to like have something go up on a specific day, and then you like had to change your schedule. That'd be really helpful to have like an erasable pen for that, and that way. I know a lot of people use like sticky notes and stuff, so they can kind of like put them around and mix them up and change everything up without having to like make it permanent. So I imagine a erasable pen would be really useful for that. I'll probably try and write some letters with these and see how they hold up. But they're pretty comfortable to write with. The cap is, it sticks on. The barrel itself is not uncomfortable. And you get a fair amount of ink in there, I guess. So you can kind of see a little bit more with the pink. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in my next video. Bye.